The shenanigans will start no later than when I appear on the screen. You know, there's a lot that could be said about the current average person today. There's many different ways to describe them. Or us. I think I'm close to the average, I'm pretty sure. Or below it by my own estimation. But there's many words used to describe them and us. NPC, uh, oid of some kind, uh, puppet, um, gullible, easily manipulated. Or you could say that a lot of us are essentially zombified. Unfortunately, a greater amount of people, when they think of zombified, they think of like fictional monster zombies. Or at the very least, if they have a basic education of some kind, they'll know of the cordyceps, which basically turns ants into zombies and could potentially make other creatures zombies as well. But people think of that instead of something even worse and scarier. Something we see play out day by day. And there seems to be only one cure for, and that is the application of extreme overwhelming force against them. They're zombified because, well, they have an incapacity. They're not able to think for themselves. And they only take things from others to latch on to, like a rope tossed from a boat. Except quite usually those who toss such a rope are the only ones allowed to stay on the boat. Everybody else has to still be drifting through the water. You're just attached to the boat by the rope, and that's it. But if a shark comes and gets you, well, that's the end of that, isn't it? All this to say that unfortunately, I think pretty much everyone is zombified to a great extent. I don't, and when I say everyone, I mean the vast majority, the average I speak of. Now, that out of the way, from Peekaboo Sue, a request from the Discord. Discord link in the description box down below. Epitaph Records Falling in Reverse Zombified. Ooh, there's an update due. Okay, I'll have them do the update. Cool. Okay, so Discord link in the description box down below. It's where you can send requests to me directly, engage with other people on the channel. And this is where you can send the requests. So, again, link in the description box down below. Now let's go. Falling in Reverse. I think recently I did a video about that. Falling in Reverse. Oh, yeah. The one where it said, God is a weapon. Okay. Okay. I think that's the same one. Maybe. Let me double check, actually. My brain's kind of... Yeah, nope. Nope. Yep. That's what it is. Okay. Making sure. All right. That being said, I think I'm ready. Or maybe not. Let's go.
Zombified.
I am a sucker for heavy stuff. Just saying.
Monsters are living under
to your bed, cause they are the voices in your head. Zombified by the lies they said, we've become the walking dead. Cause everybody's talking edge.
Holy shit, I didn't think these guys were right wing. Apparently they're right wing. If these are the lyrics they're spitting, because that's right wing stuff to say. Zombified by the lies they said. Bub. Okay. All right then.
Oh no, they'll never let go. Something you said 10 years ago. They're canceling you. And they won't stop till everybody's zombified. They're pumping us with lies like it's formaldehyde. We're dead inside. It goes on and on, let this go. When it stops, we'll never know. We're hypnotized. And they won't stop till you're zombified.
I like this. I like this. I was not expecting to get recommended a right wing talent, but here we are. I greatly enjoy this. This is so true. This gives me some of that Tom McDonald truth energy. You know what I'm saying? Although I love this part with the girl where she's like, if anybody's looking at her honestly from the outside, she's very ugly. But when she looks at herself, she's absolutely beautiful. That's basically the Western female in a nutshell. Nowadays, that's the vast majority. Exceptions exist, I know. I've met a couple. But there's not enough of them to where I cannot say the vast majority. But that being said, this is so true. It's so true, and it's backed up by the heavy stuff I love. Because that's the point of, well, certain things, isn't it? Take, for example, PR. Public relations. Now, when you listen to that, you think, oh, well, that sounds like a good thing. They're good at, making sure you have good relations with the public. No, not at all. Not at all. PR is, always will be, and never will be anything else but specific propaganda. What do PR firms usually say about certain things, right? Oh, well, misdirect, deflect, deny. Essentially, right? Do what you can to save the reputation of the company, of the entity, of the person, whatever, right? Organization, what have you. That's the point. It's not to make sure you have good relations with the public. It's to ensure that the public thinks that there's good relations to be had with you. Right? Same thing on a certain side of stuff. He said they're going to cancel you. For some, you said 10 years ago. Anybody should be frustrated by that shit. Especially if you've already owned it. But most especially since it's actually your right to your freedom of expression, is it not? So why should anybody be mad? I mean, the other side of stuff that does all the canceling usually, they're the ones that say the most absolutely evil, heinous, disgusting stuff. And yet they decide upon themselves they can judge you. A good judge, a sinner, does not make do. So that being said, right? It's like the great dude that he was, the chillest ever, but also kind of not chill to certain bad things. He's next to Buddha when it comes to everything. Jesus, like our boy Jesus said, right? Let he who is without sin cast the first stone. You're not as great and everything as you think you are. He also said, if you don't have a sword, sell your cloak and go purchase one. You know, he was about that life. He really was. I think the Crusades would have made him very happy. And equal parts sad, though, because he was a good dude. But yeah, that being said, like 10 years ago, you know what I was 10 years ago? You know what I was? A soldier. 10 years before that, still a soldier. 10 years before that, still a soldier. Years before that, still a soldier. Quite a long time. That was basically my whole life up to recently. But you know what I was before all that? If you go back far enough, I was a far leftist, communist, worshiper of Karl Marx, Che Guevara. I thought that Castro was one of the greatest things ever. I celebrated Stalin, Comrade Stalin, right? I looked at Lenin as almost a saintly figure, as well as the myriads all in between that most of y'all probably don't even know existed. But yeah, like if someone were to judge me today based on me being a former leftist, uh, oh man, if I were to actually be judged and that had some consequences with it, oh god, I shiver at the thought. Right? Because as a leftist, right, whatever it is that is in benefit of the cult, and it is a cult, whatever is in the benefit of it, right, was good, morally and ethically good and acceptable, no matter what it was. It didn't matter, as long as you were leftist and you believed the same things, and you were ideologically pure. Hell, even being a kitty diddler, that's not even a joke. Half of, at least half the members of Antifa in Sacramento were registered ones. Nothing's off limits because as long as it serves the left's cause, they're not going to condemn it. So yeah, if people were to look at me from back then versus now, I'm not sure they would know how to judge. I am so far right now that the left is so far away, right? I can't see the letters anymore. That being said, I'll stop ripping off on a tangent. But he's right. He's 100% right. They will go off of something you said 10 years ago and cancel you to death, right? And it's mostly one sided, although the right's starting to get better at this, but they don't do canceling like you think. They go off of facts and evidence. It's not emotional based. It's always more calculus than it's always more like calculus than an emotional response. But yeah, the right does something similar to it, but it's not the same as what the left does. Because on the left, it's all based on lies and made up stuff and just twisting the truth to fit and suit a narrative, and that's it. Whereas on the right, it's about objectively, like specifically, like this is a bad thing. We all hate you for it, essentially. So anyway, although on the right they don't do violence, the left does all the violence.
You better shut your mouth and bite your tongue, cause you don't wanna piss off anyone.
Fucking facts. Absolute facts. Bite your tongue because you don't want to offend anyone. Fuck. So facts. So true. Many of you probably don't know this, but YouTube has deleted me off of this platform for so much as saying any possible potential word and being the wrong skin color. That didn't help either. Plus, when they found out I was a Jew, it got real bad, I tell you. Well, part Jew, whatever. Part ethnic. But yeah, and like so many people, like even in the beginning, had to try to tie their tongues Because in the beginning of YouTube, you were still kind of not going anywhere if you were swearing or cussing or nothing like that. And then the next level up above that is like epithets. And, next level is like statements made with malicious intent and stuff like that, right? So I've been deleted 9 times. I know how all this shit went down. And my freaking God, was it a fucked up headache. And that's facts. Like everybody for the longest time had to like bite their tongue, try to pretend to be something they're not, which is some perfect caricature of a human being. You expect that from anyone, you're super fucked in the head. Um, I'm not saying the pursuit of perfection isn't a good one, right? I've got a saying. Perfection is not possible, but the pursuit of it is a worthy endeavor. That being said, right, it's like, look, if you don't stand for something, you fall for everything. That's just facts. And I love how that's mentioned in this song.
We're traumatized by the damage done. Welcome to America. 'Cause everybody's talking that oh no, they'll never let go. Something you said 10 years ago. They're canceling you. And they won't stop till everybody's zombified. They're pumping us with lies like it's formaldehyde. We're dead inside. It goes on and on like this go. When it stops, we'll never know. We're hypnotized. And they won't stop till you're Zombified.
Bob, what is even going on? Like what the hell? First there was like zombies, and then there's him. Right? Now there's freaking now there's UFOs, and they're sucking up zombies and stuff. It's like what's even happening? Is this a reference to Project Bluebeam or something? Is that what it is? I swear to God.
Pumping us with lies like it's formaldehyde. They're dead inside. It goes on and on like this go. When it stops, we'll never know. We're hypnotized. Won't stop till you're. They won't stop till I'm. They won't stop till we're zombified.
Zombified.
I love it. They must have had fun with this. I swear to God, they must have. It seems like a good time at least. You know what? You convinced me, Peekaboo Sue. I'll sub to him. You convinced me. I'm starting to like this falling in reverse. And at the moment, I feel like I'm falling in reverse. That being said, I love that. I love that. Anyway, I probably got real ranty. Sorry. Actually, no, I'm not sorry. I'm doing this because, well, I'm having fun. And if you're not, I'm sorry for that, but I'm not sorry for anything I'm doing. I'm done apologizing. That being said, what did you think? Especially you, Peekaboo Sue. What did you think? You let me know in the comments down below. All right, you know what time it is. Be good, be safe, make a good life for yourselves. Don't compromise safety and security for nobody and nothing. Death and disaster is only a second away. Do what you can today. And I'll see y'all in the next one. I'm Badger 7 Actual, the formerly homeless veteran, Blast Cab Badger, out.